This message is for the people who are defending horse sports at all cost and do not want to admit that there's any need for welfare reform and who defend all of the bad moments that are captured in the media. If you are so sure that these moments are just moments in time, that they're being blown out of proportion, that they're being misconstrued, that it's not representative of what the industry is actually like, that it's not representative of a bigger underlying issue, if you are so sure about that, let people document it. Let them take pictures. Let them show footage of everything that's going on behind the scenes during competitions and everything. Let them see the horses' day to day lives, get welfare experts involved, conduct studies, take information. If you are so sure that it is not harmful to the horses, that they're happy, and that there's no welfare concerns to talk about in the sport, let people prove it. Because if it's actually true that people are just being paranoid and crazy and that there's no merit to welfare concerns, it will come out in research. But the thing is, all of these people also want stuff that is legitimately going on in the sport hidden and never shared publicly because people won't understand. So maybe everyone should use this moment of the Melbourne Cup bloody mouth to pause for a moment and genuinely sit internally and self reflect and ask yourself if you even believe what you're saying. Because if you truly believe that the sports are being misrepresented and they are not abusive, that can be proven by documenting what's actually going on. But I think we all know that if that were to happen, a lot of stuff would come out that's worse than what you're already seeing. People don't want to be scrutinized. They don't want to be looked at because there's a certain level of shame involved with the practices that are continuously justified in the sport. And deep down, people know it's a bad look and they know it'll reflect poorly on the sport if people look closer, which is why they're so afraid of criticism that they just deny and defend everything. But the reality is, what's going to end horse sports, what's going to ban them and have people have no faith that they can be conducted ethically, is people's refusal to consider where there is need for improvement, people's outright denial of issues. That is what's going to end the sport. Not working for reform, not looking at what needs to be fixed and making actionable steps to improve horse welfare, not following the research, but ignoring all of the above to preserve human ego and what people want to keep doing. I know that none of the people who blindly defend the sport would be comfortable with everything within the industry getting exposed for what it is. And that's a sign that they know there's something wrong. So how about let's just be a little more honest and work for horse welfare instead of against it and hold people accountable. If people aren't on trying to be harmful and abusive, they shouldn't be so averse to learning about ways that they can improve horse welfare and horse safety. If it's truly about the horse, people should be delighted for there to be more research put in to make sure horses are happier, healthier, and safer in competition. And if you don't want to do that, you should ask why.